Hello guys, how are you? Well, today we are replacing those strut bars for the rear of the car, the suspension. Now, I have seen the problem where people do not really understand where does the car has the problem. Now, for me it's very easy to understand because I really driven a lot of cars and I can feel the way the car talks to me, okay? Now, I know the rear end of the car has play on those sidebars. But if I can analyze it correctly, the thing is I have to do adjustments on the steering wheel. And for some people, the problem is on the steering rack. Very careful with that, because you will replace your steering rack, your steering components, and the problem it is not even on the front of the car, it is on the rear. Do not replace absolutely anything until you are sure, completely sure, the problem is identified. If you need, disassemble everything on the front and on the rear of the suspension of your car to make absolutely sure that you are finding and solving the correct problem, because sometimes you have more than one. On the fast corner, for example, like I'm doing here, I really love this car. I see myself trying to compensate with the steering wheel, and I can not really feel anything on the rear, but I know, because I have that experience, that the problem it is indeed on the rear. And we saw on the other two videos that I did about the rear brakes and the place on the bushings, on the hub, that we do have that place. So today we are replacing that. Yes, today we are replacing that those parts. I will show you on one side, the other side is exactly the same, and I really recommend you to do just one side at a time. So if you miss any steps, you have the other side to copy from, okay, if the other side is correct. But oh my god, on the corners is really doing just like I'm exaggerating so you to understand, okay? The car is doing this, and I have to compensate with the steering wheel. So let's do it. Let's replace these parts. In Portugal it's very easy because we don't have a lot of corrosion. But in your case, if you have a lot of corrosion, I have a tip or two so you to prevent that type of corrosion, so the bolt comes out very smoothly and whatnot. At the end, please do not forget, it is really important, if you are replacing anything on the rear, being shock absorbers, being the strut bars, being whatever component, bushings, whatever, you have to do a four-wheel alignment. It is absolutely crucial, mandatory, everything. Even though if you don't feel anything wrong with the car, you may have the crooked steering wheel, and the rear of the car can be a little bit, every time you pass on the pothole or a manhole cover, the car goes like this and the rear goes everywhere. That is because the alignment is wrong. Okay. Now once again, put yourself comfortable. Make sure to know all the right tools for the job. This one is an earlier system. Normally it is a 19mm head. On this side it is 19mm. If you are struggling with this, do this thing over here where you can alleviate the nut. Be careful not to hurt yourself. Now you want to take it all the way out, and I know for some countries this may not be easy, but if you have problems the day earlier, use the rust off product from Wurt. It is a really nice product to take out all the rust, but you have to use it 12 hours earlier, okay? To prevent the rust, I have another product. It is a ceramic based product, not a copper one. Because the copper ones, if you have a aluminium center bushing on steel, they will react with that grease. So I do not recommend copper grease on this assembly. I will use a ceramic based grease that I already used on some other videos. You should know you have right away a washer, a big washer. I almost know this by heart. Now you can push it out. Okay, you may be laughing right now because you cannot do this with so much corrosion, but I never encountered a car that had corrosion on this bolt. Lucky me. Okay, now continue to take it out. Sometimes I do it like this, for example, like this, and with a hammer. Not working. You normally don't need to remove it, but it will free up a bit more your assembly. So you don't need to remove it, you just need to alleviate the nut and make sure the bolt is not spinning on you. Another thing that I'm thinking here, so many alignment shops confuse toe in with toe out. I'm amazed with that. I did work a lot with alignments in my days, so I have another small washer over here, smaller than the first one near the nut, and about the toe in, toe out. It's amazing how so many shops get that confused. So you have this spacer over here and no washers, and now you're bolt with the final washer. Now it's just a matter to remove the nuts. The thing that I was talking about the washers, on the earlier models, this big washer, so you have a smaller one and the big one was too small, and this one I think it is also too small. And if you have the bushing separating from the arm, this will come out from your car. So it's very scary to see that. I already saw that once. The solution is to put a bigger washer behind that one, or this is scary too. And also you have to secure back here, because this is the alignment bolt. I will show you how that is done once I get this nut off. Don't be afraid to take this out of position, because it does not matter, it has to be aligned anyway. So on the alignment shop, if they know what they are doing, they will put this in place, no problems at all. Okay, this back bolt will not spin all the way. Okay, smaller washer, the big one, and the big one is still not big enough for the size of the bushing. Take out the arm. Now you have the special bolt to do the alignment with, and I think it is filled with sand. It not will align very well. So good thing that I did this. How did this happen? So much sand. My parents. Okay, I know. My parents took the car for the vacations, and maybe they did some sightseeing. Not judging. So cool. This has a hole here to take out everything. Now pushing back the bolt, it will free up a little bit more. Once I get this rear bar, I will be able to remove the bolt some more and maybe put some pressurized air on here. Again, this is steel, this is aluminum. Do not use copper-based grease. Please don't do that, okay? Or no grease at all. Better, even. Oh, okay, but then in your case, yeah, you have the problem with the corrosion. So, not silicone, but ceramic-based grease is the best. Now, in this side here, I have a square head of the bolt. On this side, it is a 19. Push on it really hard. Don't forget your spray, the rust off. It does not say rust, it says rust. I don't know why. Maybe they were watching Friends, I don't know. And keep pushing on it. If it is really seized up, you can tighten it up, loosen, tighten, loosen, and again tighten, loosen. On my case, I don't need that. By the way, this nut was, the last time it was screwed on here, it was in Italy 21 years ago. 21 years ago. Yes, this suspension, it's been untouched until right now. The only thing that I did for these past years was alignment on the rear. Nothing more, just the alignment. That being said, I did not knew I had a thick washer back there. Interesting. A spacer washer. Again, the nut, the small washer, big nut. The big nut, the small washer, again, the two washers, the bar. We can back out the bolt from his 21-year-old house. Let's see here with my hammer. No place for the hammer. No place for the hammer. So maybe the handle of the hammer. No. Very stuck too. So let's see what we can do. Well, let's try like this. Putting stress behind the bolt. Maybe like this. I think it's the sand. Try to rotate it like this. Yes. Can you see that? Rotating. Back and forward. At least forward. Now it has rotated. It's a matter of trying to rotate it for... Okay. I think I can do it. I think you can imagine the quantity of sand in my eyes right now. That is because... because of that, try to use some safety glasses. Okay, this bolt, by the way, does not have any alignment. It's just a bolt with a lot of sand. Don't forget your big washer, big spacer washer. My God, so much sand! Call it Sandy. It's a new nickname. Car, Sandy. So, yes, I need to put some pressurized air on there. So back here, you don't need to remove this back bolt. It is just for trying to clean the hole. So here we have it. How do you call this? Tie rods? I don't know. Does not matter. You have a type of tie rod, okay? We have a longer one. Do not confuse that. For the other side of the car, it is exactly the same. So you want to compare both of the tie rods. They are exactly the same size, okay? This here is an information for the wheel shop to tow in 0.15 degrees of tow in, okay? And you want to consider this wear on the... which was it? It was this one, okay. Look at the bushing. Ta-da! Not good. So I will leave you the part numbers on the description below so you can purchase your parts. and let's do it. Okay, so the product that I'm using, it is a forged one. This is the ceramic paste. In my case, I will not use a bunch because I don't need to, fortunately. On your case, on this section here, no matter because it is open on the other side. But on here, for example, I recommend you to use a lot. Okay, so in a hole, just like this. On this tuning screw, yes, on here, yeah. Use a lot. It will make your life very easy on the wheel alignment shop. Sometimes, I thought of a joke. Sometimes wheel shops say, I cannot align your car, I have to bend the rod. What? How can that be? If you have problems with that, maybe your bushings are worn out or this hole is full of sand. Little bit more on this side. A bunch. This is really nice because it will not stick with dust. It will not burn out. Well, okay, so let's do this quickly. Sorry to be wasting your time, maybe. Don't forget your thick washer. Trying to be funny, and this is a reminder, just a reminder for me. Trying to be funny at the same time that I'm doing serious things. Sometimes may not work. Okay, about the big washer. Let me see here if I have a bigger one to put in here. Because if this fails, okay, you can see where this is going. Yes, I do. I will put a additional washer, very big one. Like this. Okay. And now the other, I have to take out. Yes, one of them has to leave. Maybe this one. Yes. Now I have space for my. Come on. For my nut. Okay, you don't need to do this, but I already saw this go very wrong, so I am afraid. I don't know if these spare parts are good enough. A washer is a washer. Mine as well, being a big one and a smaller one. Do not tighten this all the way, because you want to put the weight of the car on the ground, and only then you will tighten this all the way. So I think I am still with movement, a little bit less. I just wanted to see, okay, if the nut goes well. Now on this side, don't forget your tuning washer. In this way, what will happen, let's imagine here that you have the arm already in place. As you are tuning back and forward your bolt, like this, you can see that the placement of this bolt is more to the center or more to the exterior. In this way, you will kick in or kick out the wheel. It is just this way that you can improve your wheel alignment. So we will put it right on center, both of them, just for just to be equal to the both sides. This is not any kind of alignment because you have to do this. Not with the string, okay? This is not zero alignment. It has to be with the machine. The strings do not work on modern cars. Stop buying stupid shit. Now this one, I believe my big washer will not work here because the hole is too big on the center one. Too bad. So I will use this one, but you can see the problem, okay? Oh my god, I'm not liking this. Okay, but I have to trust this because I don't have another way to do that. Now the same thing over here. Do not tighten this all the way. Just enough to be secured. and try to see if that special washer, the alignment washer, does not get crooked on there. It's very essential to be just right. As you are blowing on here, make sure to blow on both sides, because if you are blowing the other side now, dust gets on your on the other side, you will get the same problem. So clean everything well before you do your job. I could do this in a better way. I hope you can understand what I'm trying to do, trying to say, trying to show you. So this bolt, it is crucial on some countries, like I said. What you want to do is to just give it an excellent coat of anti-seize. Again, this is ceramic based anti-seized. It will not stick, it will not dry, and it will not react to any metals. It's excellent. In fact, it will not react even with rubber. I can use this. I use this on the rubber, actually. For my country, it's not really necessary, but I want to show you how I do it. On the threading, I really apply a generous amount. That is the main issue here in Portugal, because the threading is the first place where the protection, forgot the name, goes away. So the first one, let me see if I can, yes, use a big washer, because again, this may be stupid, but I am afraid of this parts. The parts are good quality. I was given a choice to buy male or this one. I obviously said male. Please don't do that to me. I hate that. It is awful, very bad. Not male. Male is good. Male is very bad. Now you put your small washer in between the hub and the other arm, new arm. Again, try to do this with a bit of force, just like this. Now you have on this side, let me check if I have space for another big washer. Big washer, I think so. Now the normal one. Now the nut. And you will not tighten this all the way, just like on the other sides. Not all the way. Just enough to be close enough. Okay, too much. Back it up a bit. Sorry. And okay, I have. Let me see if I have enough threading on a bolt because of all these extra washers. No, I have to give up on one of them. Maybe the front one. Yeah, I think so. The front one. The real one is more scary. I think. Okay. Now you get the picture. Okay, now, so taking advantage of my floor being crooked, I have a dip over there. I will position the car in this way so I'm able to more easily go underneath and do the tightening of the bolts and the nuts. I did put the car on top of those wood planks, so it's much easier to go underneath because I am a big guy And sometimes that helps, because you need to take your handbrake off and put it in gear. And now with the handbrake off, with your handbrake off, you sit on your trunk over here with my 200-pound plus excellent frame and you wiggle it like this, wiggle, 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 so that the car goes to his perfect driving position. Now remove yourself from the trunk and the car is ready for his final tightening. I know I fixed the problem, but I want to see if I can feel it coming alive again. Not alive like this, because you are getting used to some things on your car, some behaviors, not normal behaviors, and now when you feel it again, perfect. Okay, I have to align the car, obviously. There, the steering is crooked. That's because of the rear. Normal. And I know the behavior will be even better once the car is aligned on the back. But on that fast corner over there, no movement at all. Just confidence. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Man, I love this car. More than the Spider. The Spider is awesome. Okay, really awesome. Another illegal thing. Just because the car allows me to do this. Gives me confidence to do this. Very good. Very, very, very good. Very much solved the problem. Oh. So close. Now, if you want to do just the bushings, okay, you can do it. The work is the same. You have to remove everything off, go to your press and remove the bushings. If you want to use the other material, the other stuff, that purple stuff, I don't know, you can do that as well. This video is not to decide which is better, the rubber ones, the OEMs, the aftermarket, none of that. This is how to remove, how to replace your arms or the bushings, if you want to do the bushings as well. I don't have a press, so I decided with the entire arm. Plus, the bushings itself were more expensive than the entire stuff. So, it's a win-win for me, at least. Guys, I really hope you like this video. I hope you can share with your friends. That is one of the most important things that I can ask you to do. And if you like the video, please leave a thumbs up on below. Also below on the description, there is a lot of information that can and will be useful for you. Things like suspension components on the front. I already did it. One of the first videos that I did on my channel was for the suspension, the front suspension of the 156, 147 and Alfa GT, and now the rear of the car. I also have a lot of stuff for brakes, for DPFs, for electricity, lighting, you name it. I try to put it all down below on each and every video. Also, you can see there 2 links for helps for the channel. One of the links is for, look, more smoke. My god. Stop remapping stuff badly. One of that links is for PayPal directly, because sometimes people don't want to be part of the Patreon. For example, that is the other link that I have for you. If you want to be a part of Patreon, that is a link to do so. I see you next time, guys. Bye.